Okay, let's take that point forward. And joining us right now, Mr. D.K. Sarraf, the chairman at PNGRB, to help us understand what exactly this new access code mean and what does it mean for gas companies. Mr. Sarraf, good morning. Thank you so much for taking the time out and speaking with us today. Help us understand this new unified structure of tariffs which you've just announced for natural gas, and how is it different from the previous methods of calculating tariff earlier?
Oh, yeah. The existing method is a system where the tariffs are cascading, meaning thereby that if the gas has to travel through several pipelines before it reaches the destination, then the consumer has to pay tariff for each of those pipelines. So with the result that the tariff becomes very high, at least in those areas which are far-flung, at a distance from the source of gas, and the gas becomes totally unviable. To address that problem, we have introduced the system of unified tariff, where for the entire nation, as far as the connected pipelines are concerned, there would be one single tariff. Now, there was a concern of the near end consumers from the source. So we addressed that, and we said that the near end customers, which we define at up to 300 kilometers from the source, they would need to pay just 40% of the national tariff. So with that, everybody should be happy, and the gas would be able to reach the far-flung areas, and there would be more of gas consumption. There would be more capacity utilization in the pipelines, and with the more capacity utilization in the pipelines, the tariff for the consumers would still, reduce only. So that's the new system.
Sure. Mr. Sarraf, how is it that you're seeing of the usage of the gas increase among industrials? And do you see it rise from the current 6 to 7% odd kind of range?
Yeah, today we are the natural gas forms only 6% in our total energy basket. Government has a mission to increase it to 15%, and it is a major step towards that. And what would happen that the far-flung areas in the country, be it eastern UP, Bihar, or the entire northeast, the gas becomes unviable. If gas becomes viable there because of the lower tariffs, the more of gas consumption would be there. With the more gas consumption, the tariff would reduce. So it would have a cyclic impact on capacity utilization of pipelines and the viability of gas.
Mr. Sarraf, hi there. Good morning. I just wanted to understand how you're seeing the usage of gas increase among industrial users. Do you believe that it has the potential to rise from the current 6 to 7%?
Well, yes, as I just said that the further states like Bihar and Northeast, they are not able to use gas because the tariff is very high. Once the unified tariff system is applicable, for such areas, the tariff would be lower and gas would become more viable as compared to the competing fuels. And there would be more industrial customers who would use gas, be it fertilizer, be it steel industry, and so on. And once there is more use of gas, then the tariff would also reduce even further.
Okay. And how do you see the new norms setting up of new gas infrastructure for India? Do you see this playing out smoothly, and what is the outlook?
Yeah, the outlook is very good. In last 3 years, we authorized 9,000 kilometers of new pipelines. which is about 28% of the total pipeline infrastructure which is there. So these pipelines would be completed in next couple of years. So it would take the natural gas to the newer areas. On city gas distribution, 3 years back, only 17% of the population was covered under CGD. Today, it is 71%. From 17% to 71%, it's a big jump. And this infrastructure and the new companies who have got the CGD authorizations, they're also working with the full vigor. And we hope that infrastructure will be created in cities, smaller towns also, district headquarters in next couple of years. So gas consumption in the houses, in the smaller industrial units, commercial units, and even the CNG vehicles would increase significantly over a period of next 5 to 8 years.
Mr. Sarraf, thank you so much for taking the time out and explaining us exactly what this new order means. We can see